nightmares, baby. Where you see me, you still tell yourself you hate me. Won't believe it lately. I know I'm still the villain of your story. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. Didn't kill you, but I was there too, I was there too. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. 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 Maybe I can't learn my lesson. The same intentions, I can't find that same connection. Do you remember? I know I'm still the villain of your story. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to TGB Open League. I'm Funky AU. We are in for a good night tonight. Round 4 here of Series 13 of TGB Open League. 13 teams, 44 alive. Couple of new teams in tonight. They are undermanned, but at least we've got a couple of new teams. Welcome to them. One of those teams being the Collective. And we also have Psychotic Surgeons jumping in for the first time. So welcome to those guys. SS Gaming getting involved early on. Grenades already raining down on them. Chowie's meat shields putting some pressure on here. Vietbong has already been knocked. Gets a med off there nice and early. Shadow Knife's going to spot him. That is a second knock. Screwser Snatch was right there. Cherry's there as well. Can Screwser Snatch be put down? Oh, that almost looked like a hip fire there from Cherry. Screwser Snatch putting them both down here. Should be able to pick them both up. Vietbong is going to be rezzed for a second time already. And we're only 3.5 minutes into this game. Game 1 here tonight on Miramar. Oh, Shadow Knife gets confirmed. Oh, sorry, Vietbong gets confirmed there by Shadow Knife. Oh, Screwser Snatch goes down. Stucks come across, gets the confirmation. SS lose 2. Screwser must have been under too much pressure there. Didn't want to pick up Vietbong or just didn't have the time, which... True in fact. Oh, Mirage Flare. Snipe through the smoke. Joey's got a couple to pick up there. Which way will Mirage Flare go? He's going to pick up Huggy there. He's going to leave this fight. So, 2 knocks there. Cherry's picked up. Stuck will get picked up here. They've already picked up 2 kills here, Chowies. Good start. Good start indeed. 4.5 minutes gone. Let's look at that zone. Nice and central there. Majority of the teams inside this first zone. Got a few outside. Vengeance away up there at Terry Bronca. RM Cannabis just to the north near water treatment. The new guys, the Collective, just to the west of RM Cannabis. And these guys who are sitting here in El Azhar, the Stink Rats, also slightly undermanned. A lot of teams are short here on players tonight. That's their second knock for Boo's attack on TDQ here. What is going on? I'm not sure if he got run over by Lord Pat, and now he's I'm not sure what's going on. I reckon that's a second knock there. And that's just from his own team. So, TDQ in the wars there. We'll jump on to Jam Gucci. He's picked up a M249 early there on that crate. So, TDQ picking up the first care package. Los Leones, we've also got Crack Street Boys down to the south. Rusty Trombones in their usual drops. And then right in the middle of Los Leones, we've got a pair here. Huzzy and Atticus. That's the Psychotic Surgeons there. TDQ landing north side of Los Leones, as usual. Jokers, we've got in Picardo. No one's gone Power Grid. Hit My Pan up in San Martin. Welcome back to these guys. They were out last week. Last week they were off at PAX. And Rogue usually land around that Hacienda area. And as we've already seen, SS and Chowies into the fight early there around the La Bendita area. Stink Rats making their way out of Elazar. Vengeance on their way down. Those teams in the north also moving are in Cannabis. Just shifting into the north side of zone, and the Collective, just the duo for them at the moment. Hopefully a few of these teams can fill their teams up for the next, remaining games of the night. Few side bets going on in the chat. That's what I like to see. See which teams everyone's following in the chat there. Give us a shout out if you're here to watch a particular team or not. You guys looking to put a bit of a wager on whose team's going to finish high here. So this is going to be interesting to see. Good to see a bit of banter in the chat there. Keeps things moving. 7.5 minutes gone here. And we're only a minute away from phase 2 with Jam Gucci from TDQ at the moment. Hot footing it at the moment. Scouting on foot, is he? Scouting on foot. Just pushing over the hill for this next compound. Where are the rest of TDQ? Why is Jam on foot? He's already been to a crate, picked up an M249. Joker's guys still sitting pretty in Picardo there. Not having to move. They are very central there. Chowies still around La Bendita. Graveyard. We've got SS sitting there. Losing a couple early, did SS. Most other teams have come into this zone here. We're not far away from phase 2. That blue, she's fairly slow here. Creeping in. Still 13 teams, 41 alive. We've only lost a couple. Quiet at the start here. We'll see a bit of movement once this phase 2 zone pops here. So we'll wait on that. And there it goes further to the south there. Rusty Trombones well set up. TDQ, they've made a good move out of Los Leones there. Set up nicely there. They are undermanned only with a 3 here. So whether Jam Gucci decides to stroll over and catch up with Lord Pat and Booze Attack there. Well, they may even move out of that compound. It's handy. We'll jump in and have a look here. What have they got to play with? This isn't too bad. Good vision from this. Couple of buildings here that can be played off. Certainly this 2-stack here. You got a lot to look at here. A lot of open field to shoot at if teams are trying to cross. And you can pretty well cover all sides here. So they're probably set up pretty well. If they've got the loot they want, they may well stay here. Lord Pat, probably looking around for a DMR still, only rocking that M16, the long range. And in fact, same with Booze Attack, M16 there, long range, only the 3 times. Let's see what these other teams are doing on the rotate here. Those north teams, they've all got a little bit of work to do here to get into this zone. Rogue, first team that have wandered their way in. Jam Gucci's getting a little bit close to Psychotic Surgeons there. And RM Cannabis right on the edge of the blue there, being chased in at the moment. Not sure what the hold up there is. And the collective make their way in. Hit My Pan make their way from San Martin. Another crate comes down. Jokers have wandered south from Picardo. Have they got Vic? Yeah, they do. They've got a bunch of vehicles stacked up here. Not too bad. Just playing this little bit of high ground. They're pretty close to TDQ here. And these couple from TDQ, they've actually moved back out of the warehouse there. So if they were still there, they'd probably have eyes on. And now, in fact, they do. Lord Pat does spot up the Jokers there. There is another crate come down there. Jam Gucci probably wants to get some wheels and catch up with the rest of TDQ. They probably really need him over there. We'll jump across to Rusty Trombones here because Crack Street boys have wandered out in their direction. Just up the hill at the moment. Blacksmith's Prime well set up for sniping here. Looking at the goods at the moment. Daft already taken a bit of damage from that way. Jump across onto the Stink Rats because Tasker's gone down. Vader gets him there. Grenade out. Will that get up? Oh, it's close. Not quite close enough. Escapology's gone down. Wingding's going to come around and get some angles. Does have a good look at Vader there. Sees Winnie just outside in the blue. As that's coming in, it's chasing these guys in here. Smoke comes out. Can they get Task up? Vader's right there. Adestria trying to get some cover. We're trying to provide some cover, in fact. So Vengeance here. Being gate kept a little bit by Stink Rats, but I think Stink Rats want to push in. We do go into phase 3. Oh, that is a big hard shift back to Los Leones. Look at this. Could this be a city finish? A lot of teams have to move. A lot of teams have to move here. There's about 4 teams dropped at Los Leones, and only 2 of them are still close. Rusty Trombones and TDQ landed around there as well, but they've actually rotated away. Now they've got to come back. It's getting pretty busy on that northwest side of zone. Jam Gucci getting on the action here. Oh, frame rates are disappearing on me. Oh, don't tell me that's a crash. Wouldn't be Miramar without a crash. Why does this not surprise me? Better fill that chat up with Fs. Yeah. That seems very crashy to me. I'm going to have to kill that. We'll be back in a moment. And we're back just in time to see Jam go down to Huzzy there. Didn't quite get the finish. Should bleed out there. So Huzzy, Atticus, they'll pick up 1 kill there for Psychotic Surgeons. Jump across onto Lord Pat. Last one up after just losing Jam. Trying to get some damage there onto the Jokers. He's picked up 2 kills. Red Wolf it is. Medding behind the vehicle there. RM Cannabis further back. Red Wolf is in a bad spot here. Bad spot. He's still got another couple of guys somewhere. I don't know where they are. Grenade comes over the hill. Look at Equilibrium. Oh, Chowies disappear. Wingding and Adestri getting rid of them for vengeance. Red Wolf moves. More shots from Lord Pat. Should pick him up. Oh, the Scarecrow may steal this. No, he doesn't. So Lord Pat gets another one for TDQ. Jokers still have a couple. They are on the top of that hill, but they are in the open there. Who's Lord Pat got now? Spots the guys from RM Cannabis. 4 kills for TDQ. Oh, it's Proxy. That third party's that one. So Lord Pat missing out. Maybe he can get the steal. Where is Proxy, in fact? Rogue further afield here. Lord Pat may be able to steal that one yet. We are into phase 4, and look, it's another hard shift. This time it's gone away from Los Leones, just when Rusty Trombones have come back into town. So Crack Street Boys under pressure to 4v2. Gaft just holds it there. Not sitting still enough for him. Still in that building though. Opens up the angle a little bit. He's still got Mr. Whiffy. Just the 2 here for Crack Street Boys. 11 teams, 27 alive. We're just over a minute away from phase 5 here. Gaffed on the sneak. Another crate comes down. SS make their way in. Huggy and Mirage come in. Lord Pat picks up another. 4 kills now. Oh, and it gets Union Jack as well. Union Jack had a really good look there. He had the drop on him. Put him down to 6 hit points. Lord Pat, 5 kills now for TDQ. And that's really opened up that side of the map for him. RM Cannabis have rotated away from him, and he's cleaned out the Jokers. Oh, SS are eliminated. We were watching them. As they were, oh, are they? I thought I saw someone up in the background. No, they're not eliminated. Huggy's still up. So they've lost Mirage. So I think that was Vengeance picking up another kill. 5 now. Wingding Lang with 4. And importantly, Vengeance, they still have 4 guys up. Really important there. Because a lot of these teams are hurting. Rogue still with 4 up. Just a 1 kill here. They picked it up from long range. About to go into phase 5. Lord Pat, a lot of territory on that side of the zone. He doesn't have to move far here. This time it goes further to the south. This is really messing with a lot of teams, these shifts. They've been all over the place these last few. Oh, Whiffy and Gaff go. Caught between a couple of teams here. Huggy, last one standing for SS. Just the 2 kills here for these guys. So this isn't a big game for them. Huggy running a little bit of a meme loadout here. Is he running a Winnie? Winnie with a Glock. M24. Interesting there to see how that goes from his point of view for the rest of the game. See if he swaps it. In fact, is he swapping something else there? Or does he just spot someone up? Sure who he caught side of there. RM Cannabis, very big rotate to that east side. And they're going to come up the rocks right underneath RM Cannabis. They're right above them, in fact. Oh, Exterminator catches Butch. Yes, goes for the flush straight away. They both make sure of that. So Rusty Trombones lose their first body there. RM Cannabis pull right back. The grenade out, yes. That's from Kupalov's men. Vengeance decide to come in on this fight now. This could get rid of one of these teams of 4, although Rusty Trombones had already... Oh, Huggy with the Winnie. Puts Wingding down. They need to get some smoke out. Be under pressure there. Oh, Huggy goes. Task gets rid of him. 6 now for Vengeance, and Wingding will be picked up. This is getting pretty colourful down on this side of the map. RM Cannabis is still there. Lord Pat's got no one to look at. Rogue have got no one to look at. And Hit My Pan and make their way in. That pair from Psychotic Surgeons still up and about. And boy, with Chaos. Oh, Chaos. Low health here. Got to be careful. Rusty Trombones, all 3. They're right there. Elusive trying to get some eyes out. Limited vision. Catches side of Wingding. Can't quite get him down there with that Vector. Destria crossing a bit of open ground there. Not a lot of vision here for Rusty Trombones. They want to see across there. Can they get high here? We're about to go to phase 6. Another pretty hard shift there. And that goes back to Lord Pat for TDQ. Sitting on 5 kills at the moment. Catches side of Rogue. He may be able to get a knock there. Unlikely to get another kill though. He could be lucky. If someone sits out in the open too far, we'll shoot back across to Rusty Trombones. They're hunting Vengeance here. These teams all outside of this phase 6 zone. Psychotic Surgeons here, close to Hit My Pan. It's only Dinky Sabbath and Celine left up here. They may be able to catch out Psychotic Surgeons though, although they are moving away. Looks like Huzzy... Gilly? Yes. He's been into that crate somewhere. Didn't see which one he'd been to. But they are on the move. Could get caught out here. Gonna drop down those rocks into a bit of cover, but Hit My Pan not far away. This big fight up the hill though. Oh, Blacksmith. Unlucky. Wasn't set up quite well enough there for that spray. And half of that went into the door frame. RM Cannabis get eliminated. 5 kills now for Psychotic Surgeons. Get back up the hill here as a Destria picks one up. Elusive goes. And that's the Rusty Trombones done and dusted. So all of a sudden, Vengeance up to 9 kills. They do clear out Rusty Trombones. They've heard this fighting underneath as well. They've got a couple of pairs to look out for here. Hit My Pan across to their right. Oh, Wingding pushes down. Oh, that's a team grenade. A Destra. Wingding has walked straight into that. And he's already been knocked. They need to get down there. Huzzy's there. Atticus goes with a grenade. Oh, that's going to go straight to him. They're going to pick him up here. Yes, they are. They rush down. They're not going to get him up there. Huzzy holds the door, but Task gets him. Not much to shoot at there. And Atticus goes as well to a Destria. Chaos is knocked. Oh, they're just outside. This Blue's pushing in here. 20 seconds to phase 7. Smoke comes out. That's going to be the least of their worries, though, I think. Oh, Celine hunting this fight. Chaos just gets picked up. And that zone's going to stop. Oh, long grenade out. If that went over and in, that would have been pretty handy. Celine spotted. Vengeance on a roll here. No kills yet. 4 Hit My Pan. Oh, has he dropped that grenade? No, he's managed to get that grenade off. Oh, Celine goes down. This time by Rogue. Rogue have come in across the other side of the junkyard here. 3 teams, 8 alive. Vengeance, they're a little bit pinned in here. 11 kills. Task and a Destria doing all the work here. Dinky Sabbath makes his way across. Can he get to Celine? No smoke to put out here. Risky play. Roga watching. Celine might be in cover there. Oh, Dinky's got there just in time. Proxy Opening up an angle here on the north side of zone. Rogue are spreading there. We're into phase 7. Rogue have the zone. They only have 2 kills. Dinky's pushing back. Right into Proxy. He'll get the finish. He sees Celine. Yes, finishes off. Hit my pan. Proxy with 4 now. And they catch sight of Vengeance on the rotate. Trying to push around to the south side of that zone there. Oh, nice shooting, Proxy. Just catches sight of Task. It's a 3v3. 2 teams alive. Will it be Vengeance? Will it be Rogue? It's Vengeance with all the kills so far. Proxy doing all the work here. Put the curse on him as he gets put down there by Task. I think they want to get to this warehouse. They're going to smoke out of there. They're all tucked up in that little shed at the moment. They do have a bit of a trail going. Does Trex have any vision here? Not so much. I don't think they're not pushing to get Proxy. Adsy would have been in best position there. They've seen the smoke, but they've made no attempt to get across to him. Adsy immediately takes hits there. Vengeance on the move here. We're about to go to phase 8. There we go. And it goes back to Vengeance. They've just got the backside of that hill. And Rogue are the team that are out now. Adsy having a good look across. Oh, Trax has actually rotated around. Has picked Proxy up. I really thought they were going to leave him. Trax has had to come all the way around from this shack. Right around their back. So it is back to a 3v3. And Proxy to use a first aid. He does. Down to bandages there. And he's the one with the kill so far. Task with 4. Adestra 3. Vengeance with 11 kills here in game 1 tonight for TGB Open League. 50 seconds away from phase 9. Oh, Proxy gets some eyes there onto Task. Proxy doing all the damage for Rogue. Oh, there it is. With the many puts Task down. Should get, that's a safe res there, but Adestra is knocked as well. This is where they need to push a bit. Proxy comes out with a grenade. Will that get there? Yes, it does. It gets Task. Another grenade out. It's going to be short. They need to get the guns out and blazing here. 2 down. Trying to pick up Adestra. Chaos gets him up, but too late. Proxy comes across. Rogue with the pressure there at the end. 7 kill chicken dinner to Rogue. Rogue Elite led by Proxy. All the kills there for Rogue. Proxy with 7. He was doing all the damage for them, landing everything he could there. And a couple of key grenades there. Vengeance, they just had those couple of knocks at the same time, which put them on the back foot. And Rogue, they took them a bit to go, but they went and took advantage of those knocks and got the win there. Vengeance, they were looking good there. Task and Wingding with 4 each. Adestra with 3. And Hit My Pan, they snake their way up into 3rd there. And good job to Psychotic Surgeons there. First night for these guys. Sharing it around. 3 each there for Huzzy and Atticus. I'm thinking, I think they said they were going to pick up another couple after first game. They were just a bit slow getting in. Anyway, that is us done. Game 1 out of the way. We're going to have a short break, and we'll be back with Game 2 right after this, and don't go away.